What's up, guys? ThatGirlSam1 here. To help you guys out even further, there is a referral link in the box below. If you are thinking about signing up with Postmates or you're thinking about becoming a Postmates courier, use it. So that way they will start you off with $100 to $200 referral. I used my friends when I first signed up with Postmates, and I got $200 to start off with, and that was great because I really didn't have money when I first started Postmates. So that went to gas money and kind of like fixing up my car and everything else. So if you just want that extra like little oomphy boost, I will definitely leave the link in the box below. Be sure to use it when you sign up, and you'll go ahead and get that extra boost in money before you start, and the payout will be that following week. So as soon as you use my code, you'll get accepted, and then you'll get that $100 or $200 depending on your city and where you're from. Postmates is also doing a $100 credit for you guys if you want to try the actual Postmates app and just order something in your city. You'll get a $100 delivery credit that will go towards, I believe, like your delivery fee. So that way you get free delivery on anything that you order. I remember when I first signed up, my friend had it and we only got like a $10 delivery credit. So use that link in the box below right now, especially if you're a first time user, and you will get $100 free delivery credit. But let's jump right up back into the video. YouTube, that girl Sam coming at you with the realest entertainment, and today I'm so excited. When I first did my Postmates review video for you guys about like delivery tips, kind of how Postmates works, we went through the process, how it takes to get accepted, them giving you like a Visa card and a delivery bag, and how the app kind of works from the customer side, and then how the app works from the delivery or the courier Postmates side. And then I said like a couple of little tips here and there, but I mainly just talked about the company and just kind of did like a beginner's video for you guys. Little did I know that video was going to do so well. That's actually one of my top videos, if not the top video that I have running on my channel right now. And I still get a lot of questions. So if you haven't checked out that video, go check out that video first, because it's definitely a longer, more descriptive video about both sides of the Postmates company and the customer side. I'll leave a link right here, and I'll also leave a link down below in the description box for you guys. So go check that video out. This video is going to be how I seal the tip, like how I seal the deal and make sure that I get a tip each time. 9 times out of 10, you will get a tip. Postmates has about like, I believe like a 65% like tip rate, which is actually really good. It's not required on the customer's side to give you a tip, unfortunately, but there are options that are provided for the customer to tip you, depending on how everything goes. Number 1, communication. Communication to me is so important, because even though this is an on-demand delivery service and you really don't interact with the customer, or you really don't say much, you just kind of, if you want to, just pick up the food, drop it off, and say so, and all is done. I still try and communicate with the customer, because it is still all about the customer regardless. I will text the customer, I'll give the customer an ETA, I will update them as it goes, just to make sure that even if they don't text me back or they don't want to communicate, they are still being informed of how their delivery is going. Because on the opposite side of that, I have used Postmates, and it's always nice when someone checks in, and most of the Postmates that I've ever had, except for one, which is actually where I got this tip from, except for that one delivery guy, nobody kept in contact with me. So it was either like, it could go 2 ways, you know what I mean? You can either get your food or get your item or get whatever you ordered, or you don't, and then you won't know what happened or anything like that. Luckily, I've never been on the receiving side of, oops, I don't know what happened. but I definitely like to do an intro, which I will show you down in this corner right here. And this is kind of how I text the customer. You know, I say, you know, whatever time of day it is, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You know, Simone with Postmates here, and I am your Postmates courier, and I'm just letting you know, you know, what's going on. I've received your order and I'm on my way to pick it up. That just kind of gives, it's like a short text, but it just kind of gives them like a notification or information that, hey, I'm the one who received your text and I'm gonna make this order go as perfect as possible for you and for me, so that way I can get the tip and that way you can feel as though we really care about what we're picking up for you. So I definitely text them. I give them an ETA time, and that's usually after you've like put in the receipt and taken a picture and put in the total amount of how much the order was. After that, it'll just kind of show you how to get to that person's house or where to drop it off or where to drop their delivery off at. And I will actually transfer that into Google Maps, and Google Maps tells you, you know, how long or about how long it's going to take you to get somewhere, and therefore that's kind of how I tell them. Most of my jobs take anywhere from about 5 to 10 minutes to deliver, and so most of the time I can just say, you know, all right, I've picked up your order and I'm on my way to you now. I should be there in about, and then you give like the estimated time. So in about 10 minutes or so is what I usually say, in about 15 minutes or so. Or if I know that it should take even less, then I'll say in about 15 minutes or less, or 10 minutes or less, and then a smiley face. And that, just like I said, basically just kind of keeps them in the loop from start to finish. Because when you order stuff, you know, you don't like to wait. Like when you get a tracking number for your package, more times than not, you've at least checked once or twice on where your package is at, how long it's gonna take, what state it's in, and stuff like that. And it's the same thing with Postmates. It's just like getting a package. It's just their delivery. It just updates them from start to finish. And then especially if there is a problem, it's always nice to have started with that opening as well. So if I get to the restaurant and they say, oh, hey, I know we told Postmates that it was gonna be 10 minutes till the order was done, but it's actually gonna be about 20 minutes till the order is done. I whip out my phone real fast. I'll text the customer, hey, so I know that there might be an arrival time as to when I could possibly arrive, but they're saying that it's gonna take about 20 more minutes until your order is ready, so therefore I'm just gonna sit here and wait. Is that okay? If they don't answer back, then obviously, you know, they didn't get your text message, they don't care, or they're just kind of freaked out maybe that they don't want to text you, which is, it's anybody's still and is whatever. But more times than not, I'll get a text back saying, hey, thank you so much, great, no problem, I'll wait. So then that way, like I said, it just continuously updates the customer, letting them know that maybe what they perceived or how long it should actually take is actually going to take a little bit longer. So number 2 would be absolutely positively, and Postmates will say that to you as well, but absolutely positively making sure that the order is correct. And most of the time it goes off of what you would think as well. So if you can predict that they're at work, what are they gonna need with their order? You know, probably a spoon if they got soup, or probably a knife, or napkins, or you know, a snack if they ordered a sandwich and there's an option of chips or soup. Well, which one would you pick usually? Because sometimes even texting the customer, you're not going to be able to get a hold of them. So it's like, you know, if you would prefer chips with your sandwich, then you get them chips. If you would prefer soup with your sandwich, then you would get soup. But just keeping up on sauces, like a lot of times if people order Panda Express, and they don't specify if they want soy sauce or sweet and sour sauce or the mustard sauce or anything like that, I'll make sure that all 3 of those are included just in case. I will definitely text them and say, you know, you didn't specify, are there any sauces that you would like? But if I don't get a text back in time, or by the time I get to the front, I just get them everything. Sometimes people don't like that, but they don't tell you that. And more times than not, people are really appreciative that you took the time to pay attention and to get them an item or something that they may enjoy that they might have not even thought of. Because sometimes it's just a custom order. Like you can't even go through and order it in the Postmates app. They'll just have like a custom order and then they type it out. So if they forget to add ketchup, or they forget to add barbecue sauce, or whatever else to their order, you have now gone above and beyond to them, because it's like, oh, I totally forgot to tell them that, but here it is, and they actually paid attention, and I'm very grateful that they paid attention. So anything that you can think of that would go nicely with that order, as well as making sure that order is correct, is something that I also try and do. I don't like getting fingery touchy with people's food, because I definitely wouldn't want people to do that with mine. But a lot of times, even so, like if I get to the front desk of the restaurant, I'll say, hey, can you open this for me? Can we go through this order? Can we check and make sure that this is okay? Because this is a delivery, and so therefore I'm not getting to eat this. So if something's wrong with the order, I can't bring it back. And it's not necessarily that they'll be able to bring it back too, nor do they want to, because they ordered it from where they were in the first place. And going above and beyond by getting napkins or forks or spoons, just being cognizant of how would you like your order if you ordered this. I would like sweet and sour sauce with my chicken. Okay, well, I'm gonna get them sweet and sour sauce and soy sauce, and I'm gonna also make sure that there's a fork and a few napkins in there, or maybe I'll put an extra straw in there just in case a straw breaks, because it irks me so bad when I get a straw and it's already broken, and it's just like, well, now I can't even drink out of the straw. Not that it's terrible, but somebody else may take that personal, like, well, the straw's broken, and who knows how people think, but some people are petty like that, where they're like, the straw's broken, they probably broke it on purpose, so whatever else, like, no tip. So you just want to make sure the order is correct, and that anything that you would want with your order, you include in it as well. And then the third tip is how you deliver it. Most people are like, how you deliver it, that's kind of weird. Most of the time you just hand off the order and it's done, and so on and so forth. Well, yeah, but within the first few exchanges, people can tell what kind of a person you are. And it only takes about, scientifically proven, it only takes about 7 seconds for a person to judge you. And in those 7 seconds, it really, really counts on how you're going to seal that tip. And so if you just walk up to the person and you're like, here's your order, don't say have a nice day, don't smile, don't anything like that, they're gonna be like, oh, that person's either having a bad day, or it makes them uncomfortable, because it's already weird when you have just random people coming to your house and giving you your delivery, or dropping off an item that you ordered. So within those 7 seconds, I usually say something like, they'll open the door and it's like, hey, good morning, how are you? Here's your delivery. Everything's in the bag for you. You can even say maybe what you included. So sometimes I'll be like, I wasn't sure if you wanted any sauces or not, but I put some sauces in the bag for you, and I hope that's okay. Enjoy your day, and thanks for choosing Postmates. And sometimes it'll be heard. Like, people will just kind of stand there and be like, oh, okay, shut up, I just want my food. But then again, they'll remember even just being like, oh, she just handed me my food and then just kept going. It's more like, but she was super friendly about it. Like when people have delivered me my Postmates and they just drop off my food and then turn around and walk away, and I don't even get like oh, thank you so much. Like, it makes me feel awkward. And so it's the same way. And you will, like I said, as you go through along, definitely be able to feel out more and more of how people are and how things like that just work. But for me, I still even try to get what I just said out. And even if it's short, like if they just take the food and they start to shut the door, it's like, okay, have a great day, and then you wait and you walk away. Because sometimes they'll have questions too, like you never know. Sometimes people will walk out and be like, so is there anything I need to sign, or do I need to do anything? And if your back is already turned and you're walking away, that looks super, super shitty. So it's just like, that awkward like stance. And even though you may have another stacked job, it's just, like I said, just taking care of the customer till the exact end. So those are my top 3 tips, and sometimes you just might not be able to make the tip or seal the tip or whatever else happens, but those are just 3 things that can also help boost and give you a better chance to make a tip, and an even better tip than you would have made in the first place. Because some people just like to tip, but the more friendly you are, the more active you are in making sure that you know that that customer is number one and making them feel number one, the bigger the tip will be. Definitely comment below on this video if you have any more tips, or if you have any more things that would work, that you think work, and just leave them for anybody else or any new starters. But those are my top 3 tips. So if I shook your mind today, go ahead and don't forget to give me a big, fat, juicy thumbs up. Comment down below what you like or what you didn't like, if this helped you at all, or if you even have any tips that you can share with me or with anybody else, because I want these videos to not only be like a community, but to help out maybe that other struggling Postmate or courier as well who just really wants to seal that tip. If you're new here, hello, hi, welcome. Don't forget to go down and spank that subby button. Also, don't forget to ring my bell down below because you're gonna wanna keep up with my newest and greatest videos. If you don't hit that bell button, you won't be notified when I come out with a new video. And without further ado, just keep smiling, never ever stop dreaming. And remember, Postmates is life. What? Bye!